Watchtower of January 15th, 2008. Keep watching the ministry which you accepted in the Lord. This is the first in a series of 3 articles meant to bolster the ministry of Jehovah's Witnesses. We will focus on paragraphs 5 through 7, discussing the critical need to save lives. Paragraph 5 states,
"The loss of loved ones in death or other personal tragedies leave many distraught. Without accurate knowledge of why such things happen and where the solution lies, these people are without hope."
Just because someone does not believe as Jehovah's Witnesses do, does not mean that person is without hope. Hope is defined as
a feeling of expectation and desire for something to happen.
The Watchtower wants you to think that the 6.7 billion people who are not Jehovah's Witnesses have no hope. While some people may lose hope at times, it's deceptive to make such a blanket statement. That's why this is a fallacy of hasty generalization. Notice how the Watchtower contrasts all other religions in paragraph 6.
Babylon the Great, the world empire of false religion, has brought little comfort to the masses. She has made the multitude stagger in spiritual confusion, using lying doctrine and spiritistic practices to keep the masses in passive subservience.
Let's compare accurate knowledge with spiritual confusion. Watchtower, the generation mentioned in Matthew 24:34 is a key element of your belief. What does that mean?
For years, the Awake magazine's masthead said the generation is anyone who saw the events of 1914. But in 1995, when most of those people were dead, I changed that to unrepentant people, not necessarily alive in 1914. And in 2008, I changed, again, to teach that the generation are faithful believers who will be resurrected to heaven, which actually is a return to my old teaching of the 1920s.
Thanks for clearing that up. Not really. Are Jehovah's Witnesses clean of spiritistic practices? The core doctrine of Jehovah's Witnesses is that Jesus returned as king in 1914. Charles Taze Russell, founder of the Watchtower, used pyramidology and astrology to validate his calculation that God's kingdom would take power in 1914.
The Great Pyramid of Egypt, standing as a silent and inanimate witness to the Lord, is a messenger, and its testimony speaks with great eloquence concerning the divine plan. When Uranus and Jupiter meet in the humane sign of Aquarius in 1914, the long-promised era will have made a fair start in the work of setting man free to work out his own salvation.
This is the memorial to Russell, near his grave in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's modeled after the Great Pyramid of Giza, engraved with a Masonic symbol of the cross and crown, the all-seeing eye, and the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. Russell's series, Studies in the Scriptures, were engraved with the winged sun disk of Egyptian worship. What was this symbol doing in a Bible publication? The final indictment of false religion in paragraph 6 was that it used to keep the masses in passive subservience. Have you ever wondered how a group of 7 million people can suddenly change their understanding of the Bible based on the latest edition of the Watchtower? Paragraph 7 states,
"Those who remain in Babylon the Great and who continue to reject Bible standards will not be spared through the Great Tribulation."
Jehovah's Witnesses must believe what the Watchtower teaches, or Jehovah will execute them. They're taught that all other humans are slated for destruction.
Only Jehovah's Witnesses, those of the anointed remnant and the great crowd, as a united organization under the protection of the Supreme Organizer, have any scriptural hope of surviving the impending end of this doomed system.
This is not only a motivation to recruit, but also instills a fear of leaving the truth. Paragraph 7 warns,
Jesus taught that most of mankind are traveling along the broad road that leads to destruction. Some individuals are on that broad road because they have made a deliberate choice to reject what the Bible teaches.
Is that what the Bible teaches, or what the Watchtower teaches?
Belief in God without an accurate knowledge of the Bible is like a house of cards. A little puff is enough to make it fall.
Watchtower Comments is produced by an active member of Jehovah's Witnesses. This video is not authorized or endorsed by the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society.